everybody.
Good morning.
And
Good
good evening for you
morning,
guys
Pat,
in Asia.
Margaret.
Yeah, well, we're very happy to have Amy and Gary here with us this morning.
Yeah.
Although here is a rather miserable morning here in Maryland.
We're
I think
having a
the hurricane is
yeah,
on its
hurricane.
way. Isaiah is on its way. So anyway, okay, let's get started. All right, we have Gary and Amy. Tell us something about yourselves, okay? Who go to?
First of all, thank you very much, Pat and Margaret, to invite Gary and myself to join you and in America and the rest of the world. We highly acknowledge you guys leading us by example. And I remember I learned a lot from Margaret, action, go, 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 the 4SW. You guys are so persistent and consistent. Whenever I see you guys in action, we know that we cannot retire because you are not retired.
Well, wait a minute. I'm trying to get something for you to tell us about your background, not to tell us.
Yeah.
What
Okay.
we do.
So tell us what you did before New Skin.
Oh, no, not yet. Where you went to school? You were born in Hong Kong, right?
Yes.
Both of us were raised and
background.
educated in Hong Kong.
Okay.
And we met each other in University of Hong Kong. Used to be Harvard of Asia.
Okay.
Amy was the youngest in our class. Yep.
Okay. One thing about Hong Kong University, at least when I was there, I would have gotten in. Okay, my grades weren't good enough, so you guys must be very good students. I mean, Hong Kong U is not easy. When I was there, there's only university in town, so the admission standard was, very high. That's why I came to the U.S. instead. So my grades weren't good enough. I'll admit it. Okay, so you went to Hong Kong University, right? What did you guys study?
Well, at that time, Faculty of Social Science almost includes everything. It includes economics, includes social work, it includes psychology, politics. So yeah, it was only later that they divided into different faculties.
Were you in business then?
Yes.
It was business school, finance or something like that.
Yes.
Right. Both of us need to come out and make money early.
Oh, okay. Good.
So after graduation, what did you do?
Well, both of us were investment bankers before New Skin. I was a currency and option trader with a few big international banks.
Wow, that's exciting. Okay.
I had been expatriate since the young age of 25, and we spent most of our banking career in Tokyo, Japan, during the good times. And Amy was an institutional stockbroker in Japanese equities, handling clients like Singapore GIC, Government Investment Corp, Malaysian Central Bank, and various hedge fund and mutual funds all around the world. And that's when we met Bob Howe. He was a big shot with low price at that time.
Right.
Amy was probably the first and the only Asian who rose to the rank of regional director.
Wow.
At that time.
Yeah. Now, so you guys are very successful in your careers, making money, right? So who met New Skin first, Amy or Gary?
Yeah, actually, both of us, we have zero exposure to direct sales. I didn't even know that such an industry exists. But at that time, we were looking for a total solution that can help us with our deteriorating health conditions, take back control of time so that we can spend with our kids, as well as a global hedge against the return of Hong Kong to China. So that was what we were looking for. And New Skin just appeared in front of us, thanks to Amy.
My grandfather said, I'm the lucky star based on my birth date and hours. I believe him from the very early hours. So as a lucky star, I bumped into New Skin when I needed it the most. We were living in Tokyo at that time, and I usually went to Hong Kong on business trip every quarter. So one fine day, I was somewhere near Central and Admiralty. I remember exact spot on Queensway. It's a corridor. And I bumped into my sponsor, Vivian. And what I noticed in her, we were not very good friends. Maybe we just exchanged Christmas card once a year. But thank God I was very diligent in sending Christmas cards, like 200 of them every year. So she kept my Christmas card. And I remember I was very impressed by her hair because we were high school mates. And I remember her hair was out of control. It's like everywhere, zoom. And then when I saw her in Hong Kong, I saw beautiful hair. And I asked Vivian, what kind of hair products are you using? And then she was stuttering, not very sure whether she should tell me. Now I know she was nervous. And then she sort of like utter new skin. And I said, what? So I took out a piece of paper and really wanted to write down and wanted to know where I could buy it. And she said, you cannot buy it. Oh, you cannot buy it? Yes, it's a membership system. Wow, sounds very sort of like exclusive and backdoor policy. I said, okay, the more she mentioned, the more I'm curious. And I said, oh, tell me more. And we were on the street in some public shopping mall entrance. And she mentioned one more thing, which really hit me on the head very well. She said, besides good product, New Skin has a global business opportunity. Now there, I really caught those 3 words hard. And I said, okay, tell me more, I'm excited. And she said, it's not very convenient now. We are in public eyes. Okay. So we exchanged telephone number. And then I waited for her to call me. Maybe I was too impatient. I'm an impatient person, you can tell. Everyone can tell, even after all these years. So I called her. I said, hey, you were talking about a global business opportunity. So tell me more. I think she was a little bit surprised that I called so fast. And then a few days later, she brought me my mentor, Janet Yao. Now COE3, at that time called, the old term is $10 million circle member. And then it was a lunch. I said, okay, good, lunch. Well, we make good use of lunchtime. And then I saw a whole delegation of people. I said, quite more people than I thought. And then later on, I knew that she also brought other prospects. And I think I was the one paying the most attention. And then again, I was very impatient. I just wanted to sign up because it was too good to be true. I said, okay, let's do the next step. And then in order to get everyone going, I pay for the bill. I pay for like 12 people. Because by paying the bill, you know that it's the end of the lunch and we have to go on to the next one. So I tell everyone, if you want to be successful, you can tell if the downline or prospect is willing to pay the bill in the first meeting. And then I remember Jason, she brought along Jason. It was the first time for me to meet Jason because I was not invited to their wedding. So, and then it was the first time for me to meet her husband. And I asked, so where is the sign-up place? Where should I go? He was thinking that it's already end of the lunch. You're going to go to work, right? And luckily, Janet Yao said that, hey, bring her to the showcase. And then there I was, I signed up. And then I bought everything, whatever I was told to buy. I bought the whole set. And actually, I was not a skincare person. I was not really a product person. Margaret should know. I mean, after all these years, my knowledge about product is, well, so-so. But anyway, I know that the best product is, this is a wonderful lifetime opportunity. I only remember the formula of the bonus plan, and that's all I knew. So that's how I started. And then I was so excited. I don't know what I was excited about. And then I went back home and I dragged Gary to also go and meet Janet Yao. So,
Mm.
Wow.
yeah,
What-
questions for me?
Okay, well, Gary, what do you think at that time? No, she's gone crazy, right?
Yes, that's the
Right. Okay, but first of all, I just want to update you in case you don't know. Our upline, Jason G, was recognized as COE2, that is US dollar 5 MDC, last month.
Really?
Ooh.
Yes.
Oh, great.
Yes, very proud of him.
Yep.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
too.
I need to talk to the guy. He
Yes.
needs to get back to work.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, so as I've mentioned earlier, I have zero exposure to direct selling. But as a trader, I understand leverage and the law of compounding, how powerful it is.
Ah,
I understand the infinite potential of a global platform, and I definitely understand risk and return. Because every day I've been asking myself repeatedly, whenever I take on some risky position, is like, what is the worst case scenario? I mean, if I'm wrong, is it going to kill me? Yep. So I asked the same question regarding to New Skin Enterprise. I said, oh, the risk is so low relative like the potential reward. So I just said, Amy, I said, yeah, if the formula works, well, it's too good to be true.
Mm. So essentially what you saw was there are no downsides, but a lot of upsides, right? Like you guys in finance would like to say, right? Plenty of upside, but no downside.
In fact, a shorter word will be a very high ROI, return.
Oh, okay, rate of return. Okay.
Yeah.
Rate of
investment.
investment.
Yeah.
Very good, very good. Now, you've written a book too, okay? I hope people can see this book here. Millionaire Parents, Millionaire Children,
Son.
or sons. Excuse me. You guys have two sons, just like us, two sons.
Yes. Yes, that's why we cannot write children, because we have no daughters. Yes, thank you very much for sharing the book. Yes, I think what hit me the most, you wanted to ask me some question? Pat?
What you think about? Why'd you write the book?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's one something you mentioned in that book that really caught my eye, okay?
Yes, yes,
about
yes.
your kids,
Yes,
okay? You know what I'm talking about.
yes, yes, yes.
Please
Yes.
share.
Okay, so that was an episode. Actually, the whole thing behind Seeking New Skin was that episode. The episode that I left for work, my son didn't cry. It was my elder son. But then when my mom and my maid left the house, he cried nonstop. So I thought, where was my role and position in the house? I was working hard, making money together with Gary, and yet I had no recognition in the eyes of my young toddler son. So I told myself, I need change. Change is necessary. And good thing about me is that I'm an action person. So I don't just let the thought happening. I actually took action to seek out various options, including maybe opening a consultancy firm since I only knew about finance, or pursue some other kind of finance business. I don't know whether I even contemplated opening a one-ton shop. I forgot about that. So,
You must be desperate to open a one-ton shop.
So
Well, she may have guessed one time. You don't know.
No, I mean, the hours for running a one-ton shop, I'm not talking about the quality of her food. I'm sure her quality of food would be good, except it's just like jumping from the pot into the fire.
Yes, I know. Luckily, I did not do that. And I believe one thing, once you think hard enough, you are searching hard enough, you're asking hard enough, then some door will open in the sky. Some opportunity will open in front of you. It's exactly like I randomly bumped into Vivian, who brought me to Janet. And then Janet Yao brought me to New Skin and to you guys. So I saw the opportunity right in front of me. And instead of query or sort of being skeptical, no, I did not. I think I was the lucky one, very simple-minded. I just said, wow, this is too good to be true. It gave me everything that I needed. Health, time freedom, and global freedom. Because at that time, we were just like 2 years away from the Hong Kong handover from back to China. So it was a period of uncertainty. So I thought that having some global business definitely would give an additional big insurance to my family. So a simple thought and logic like that. And I did not think too much, and I jumped into the water. So I just felt very lucky. I still feel very, very lucky. So feeling lucky is probably my virtue, I think. I feel lucky all the time.
Well,
whatever happens.
yeah, another word for feeling lucky is you're positive about everything, right? I mean, you say, okay, that's very good, very good. Everything's very good instead of, whoa,
Very good.
the sky's
Yes,
on the
you're right.
wall.
Everything is very good.
Yeah, that's make a difference.
Yes,
Your
everything is
outlook
very
on life. See, if you really think about it, New Skin got good lines of products, right? See, what attracted you first thing was hair.
Yes.
What happened to Vivian's hair?
Yes.
So, I mean, when you can show the products bring good results, that's half the problem solved.
Yes.
And then you look at the company itself, right? The compensation plan, everything is good. So, like you said, the return on investment is very high, and the risk is almost non-existent. It's just, are you willing to apply yourself?
Yes. So the product that I saw, Patrick, thank you very much for sharing. That's exactly what I meant. The product that I felt at that time and still feeling very passionately about now is the global 6 level 5%. And now, if you work hard enough to a certain rank, it can be 6 level times 15%. So back to this book. Yes, I would like to share with everyone that I'm coming up with an ebook. And then I told Gary that, and then with some additions too, some updates. And then the profits from the ebook will be going to Nourish the Children and or Force for Good Foundation. So charity, going back to New Skin Charity. Because the reason why I had the time and luxury to write this is all because of New Skin platform. I don't know, some fly. Is it? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
I just want everyone to know that. So it may be
good. Well, very good of you to keep returning to society what you have
That's
brought
very
in.
kind.
Right? That's very
Yes.
kind of you. Yes, very good, excellent. And well, now going back to the line of products, okay. You guys got something that we won't have until next year.
Oh, yeah.
Show off time, guys.
Yeah, I heard you just got it yesterday or 2 days ago?
yesterday.
Yesterday. Ta-da. Oh my God. You need to do an online demo.
Already done.
Actually, I've just posted 2 short video, less than 2 minutes, to YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Where
one in Cantonese, one in English.
Oh,
Good.
okay.
Yeah.
We'll
No.
share that with you too.
Okay. How does it feel?
Yeah.
Tell us.
Well,
Because
it's actually lighter and slimmer than I expect. And it's really cool. Not only it works, it's actually looking cool and very appealing.
How big is it? You know, compared to your hand, for example. It fits in your hands, like they said.
Wow.
It's
Pretty
very
much
small.
like a ball pen. I mean, for the guys, I mean, you know, we usually have a ball pen in our pocket. Yeah, it's something similar.
Wow.
Just did that before online with you guys.
Ooh,
Don't you feel that?
nice.
We need
this? Thank you.
Yeah, we need it. We need it. This is amazing.
Everybody.
Very envious, very envious. And well, I guess you guys get it this month, and Ruby and above in Hong Kong will get them next
On
month,
September 3rd.
September 1st.
Yes.
Okay, very good. See, that's another thing now. Another wave coming, sort of, right? Every time they launch a new product, that's a new opportunity,
Yes.
right? Opportunity renewal, in essence. So it gets very exciting, right? I mean, now first the galvanic spa, and then the Lumi spa, and the body spa, and now the boost. Okay, and it's just things are just new products keep on coming online, and you know it's another chance.
Create a lot more opportunity for everyone. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Wow. We need it, but I think we'll have it in the US is next year.
I know won't be here until what? Well,
Yeah.
we think we can get ours in the U.S.
In January.
in January.
Yeah.
So you guys have a 3 month or 4 months head start on us.
Yeah.
Don't recruit everybody. Okay, leave some for us. Okay, promise. All right. Now,
You're a big Asian organization, so you are doing well through leverage, my dear.
Yeah.
okay, put it this way: when you guys do well, we do okay too. Okay, right?
That's
so that's the thing. Like you always say, wow, I don't know, leverage, right? So you know, this is what happens. Okay, we do okay mainly because everybody in our organization is doing okay. So that's the main thing. Now, given the current COVID situation and the unrest in Hong Kong, how have those things affected your business?
Well, the unrest in Hong Kong happened first, as I started June 2019.
Yeah.
And we feel really blessed that we are in the new skin business, which offer a global platform. So that when Hong Kong was in turmoil, we can leverage on our hardworking and very capable overseas business builders to continue running and expanding the business.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So in that sense, it was really great. Yeah. That it was only in times of crisis, like what we felt last year, that you really appreciate that. I mean, it's like before it was like really in theory, oh, it's good to have a global network, a global platform. But last year, we really felt how blessed we are that we are in the global business and we happen to have a global network.
Yeah, because I'm sure if you look at your local business now, right, the restaurant business, you must be glad you don't open a one-ton shop.
Yes,
no
yes,
one
yes.
If you have a one-ton shop, you're in big trouble now.
I know.
Right? Because your revenue will be reduced, except your rent
Yes.
doesn't stop.
That's right. Rent doesn't stop.
So how are we going to pay? Right? We have no revenue or little revenue coming in because you cannot open your door. So a lot of people should think about that. Okay. Yes.
And regarding to the COVID-19,
Mm-hmm.
well, again, I think it's good that the new skin business is a little bit anti-cyclical because it is only during times of crisis and huge uncertainty that people are more open and will be actively seeking for alternative platforms and plan B. Yep. So in that sense, actually, is I wouldn't say crises are good, but I mean, in certain way, it's really good for our business.
Wake up call.
Yep. And it's also a good litmus test for every one of us business builders. It's like, how high is your belief in the New Skin business platform and in the New Skin company? Yep.
Yep.
So we just, what we've been doing is that we just want to carry on life as normal. Yeah, because actually before we, after 2 years of considerations, when we finally decided to return to Hong Kong, we already knew that there will be going to be a reverse cultural shock. There will be a lot of ups and downs, because in Hong Kong, you know, there's always new story every day. So sort of mentally, we are quite prepared for that, you know, even though it exceeded our original expectation. Yeah. But we try to carry on life as normal, because I did some analysis, you know, since the time of my graduation. On average, every 4 years, there will be crisis of some sort, be it financial, political, or pandemic driven. Yeah, because even without COVID-19 or Hong Kong arrest, I mean, we're still going to be having the AI revolution, the robotics. There's going to be a huge impact across almost all industries and affecting the jobs and employment of like an overwhelming percentage of population.
Wow.
So probably the COVID-19 is a catalyst to wake up people that, hey, change is coming. And in fact, faster than you like or expect. So do something. Have plan B or even have a new plan A.
Yeah.
So that's how I look at it. I think no pain, no gain. So probably we all rise from ashes, especially those of us who are lucky enough to be in the New Skin platform. We will come out way ahead of others. So our job is to bring in more people so that together we are way ahead and leading people back into positivity. That's what I see our role here.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, it is a wake-up call for most people.
Everyone,
Yeah. I mean, those that don't see it, I mean, sorry, you know, I can't help you. Right? I mean, if something we do here can survive, like you said, so many crises, there must be something in there that you need to look for and try to discover what is it. And, you know, if you think about it, we have good products, good compensation plans, so why not? You know, especially now, new product. I still can't get over that boost.
Yeah.
We need one, right?
Yeah, we need one. We need one.
To calm you. So back to COVID-19, besides the business platform, the products offer from the nutrition side, from the supplement side, I'm not saying that we will cure or we will prevent from the COVID-19, but we definitely will strengthen people's immunity and then fortify them. And well, if you have a much stronger inside, the same bacteria, same virus might not hit you. So that is simple logic. So, I mean, people should be and are aware of the need for more quality supplements, and we are definitely the best. So just go out and sing the tune, share the story about how good our supplement products are.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Anyway, so yeah, well, I hope they'll find something that, you know, a vaccine or something that will keep everybody safe soon, because we've been home since March this year.
Wow.
Except
haircut?
Except
haircut?
No, we haven't gone anywhere.
We have not gone
anywhere.
You know how often we travel, right?
Yeah. We are looking forward to
the last trip out of town trip we took was in February
Yeah.
to Provo. Now it's August.
Yes.
For us, that's a record.
That's a record.
Half a year,
Not
not
going anywhere.
You know, usually we've been to Hong Kong twice already.
Yep.
Yeah, it might be another half a year, Margaret and Pat.
Yeah. Well, we were looking forward to the New Zealand trip.
Mm.
That
That
got
was canceled. Then they said to go to Hawaii.
Yeah, now we were
Now
looking,
they change again.
now they
next
canceled
year.
it again. Next year.
Next
Just
year.
hope next year will be okay.
Yeah.
Hard to say. But anyway.
Oh, by the way, you know, Hong Kong is back into semi-lockdown in recent
really?
days.
Oh, the virus is spreading again.
There's a new virus, right? Is it similar, same virus, or something
Or
different?
mutated or worsened. So we are now in even worse condition.
Well, in terms of absolute number, it's not huge. I mean, it's like 100 something. Yeah, but
Well-
we just want to be, I guess the government just want to be extra cautious.
Yeah. Well, another thing is, you know, there are more testing now. So, you know, there may be more people tested positive, but I guess the more important number is how many people have died from this.
Yes.
What's the mortality rate? Has it gone up or has it gone down? Because when this first wave hit, nobody knew what was going on. What was it?
Nobody know what to expect.
Yeah.
Kind of bad.
Now you're finding more about it, so hopefully you'll get
Yeah.
some kind of protection soon.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
without the vaccine, we have to keep ourselves very healthy.
True.
Yeah.
True.
That's the base.
Well, and another first. We haven't eaten in a restaurant since March.
That's right. No restaurant food at
No
all.
restaurant food. We cooked.
We go grocery shopping like once every 10 days.
That's very unusual for us. You know, no eating out. I guess do you guys eat out often?
Well,
You
we
could
do
keep it out.
eat all the time, but then we
You
eat
do it
very,
right now?
yeah, we eat carefully. And then actually home cooking might not be bad. I mean, I saw how Margaret show your cooking new recipe. And home cooking is safer and healthier too.
Yeah. We found that we like Vitamil. Tastes very good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Vitamil is good. I just recommended a good friend to take Vitamil. It's good. It's good.
You could buy in Hong Kong too.
Yes, you can buy and for home own consumption. So this is another thing. Together with the supplements, it will just strengthen you more.
Yeah. Well, it's a good source for carbs. You know, it's better than pizza or whatever. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And you guys are very strict vegetarians, right?
Yes.
You still are?
Yes.
Well, we are eating less meat now and more and more vegetables. Vegetables are very important to your diet. I'm
For
pretty much,
you, I applaud you.
yeah. Well, we are following TR90.
I know.
Hopefully, we'll see some results. Okay, we are seeing results, but not as dramatic as
All these other
all these-
models.
all these younger guys.
I know.
I guess we're older. That's our excuse. We are older, so changes come slowly, not as fast. And okay, let me ask you this. Can you imagine what would have happened if you didn't join New Skin? What kind of situation would you guys be in now?
Well,
Okay.
it would be very serious, bad thing for me because I was sort of like born with asthma. I started to have asthma from the age of 2. And during my whole childhood, I would be carried by my mom in the middle of the night to A&E, emergency. And then I would have drip and then inhaler all the time, every month. So every month, 1 month to me is not 30 days. 1 month to me is not 4 weeks. 1 month to me was 3 weeks because I had to make room for 1 week being immobile and being in the hospital. So that's how I grew up. And I had no exercise. My mom, of course, did not allow me to do any exercise. So I didn't know any sports. So from young, I had a good taste of sickness, a good taste of being poor, poverty. I was brought up in housing estate. So that made me very lucky to experience the things that I did not want when I grew up.
Mm.
Wow.
So that gave me clear goals that I knew, and I told actually my mom told me. My mom told me, you're a silly girl, because since the age of like 12, I would be telling everyone, including her, especially her, that wait for me to grow up. I would take you out of poverty. I would be fine. So you just continue to feed me and bring me to hospital. That's how I motivate her.
Wow.
So I believe having these two is like my biggest silver lining. Unlike other people who just talk about how important health is, I experience how lacking health is.
Mm.
So that's why I'm so grateful forming into New Skin, especially the supplement. I'm very passionate about supplement, although all this wonderful beauty device came out and all this wonderful skincare, it took me a long time to get around to those, because my first love was really the supplement. And guess what? Now I have no more asthma, touch wood. I had no more asthma, no attack since 3 years ago, absolutely no attack. I started to have much fewer attacks from monthly to quarterly to half yearly. And now, no asthma. So I thank you, New Skin. So I really wish this company would last long enough, at
It
least
will.
definitely
Don't worry.
after I die. And then hopefully also help my children and maybe grandchildren to have strong health. I think without health, nothing. No matter whether you are madam or super class or super wealthy, no point. So to answer your question, number one, without New Skin, I think I already disappeared. Probably I would have already died, because like the singer, Teresa Tang, she died at 42. I'm slightly over 42. I'm sure you know my birthday. So I probably would not have existed. And second, I would be quite stressed out at my finance and investment banking career. So I don't know, maybe daily argument with myself, daily quarrel with my husband, probably. And then probably my relationship with my family, especially my kids, my sons, would not be so good. Now we are like friends. We talk to one another all the time, including girlfriends, including whatnot. So we talk and communicate daily, like friends. So not just coming home to get money, mom, or not just asking them for money, son, so nothing like that. So, and then also, what would have happened to me? I think I would be miserable if I still existed. I would have been sick. I would have been having a big bag of medication. I would be having low self-esteem, probably. So I couldn't imagine. The whole world would be darkness to me. So that's why it gave me a very strong sense of purpose to do New Skin, because I really would like to see people around me to be happier, healthier, to enjoy life, to feel useful to one another, to live up the world a little bit, even a smile and healthy body and healthy mind. How about you, Gary?
As I mentioned earlier, at that time we were looking for total solution. And I would say that New Skin really gave us a total answer. You know, had we did something else, probably we would be still doing okay financially, but it won't be total. I mean, in terms of youth, in terms of health, in terms of, as Amy mentioned, family relation, ability to communicate, etc. You know, whereas like in New Skin, it's really a total solution. And even going a step further, our attitude, the mentality, the way we look at things, yeah, it's a total solution.
To me, it's like now, to me, New Skin platform is like a growth journey and a contribution opportunity to pay back what I have been blessed so much. So I just hope that everyone would really give themselves a chance to seriously look into Nu Skin. So I think feeling useful, feeling respectful towards oneself is very important, especially as you grow older.
Tell us about that.
So because as a lawyer, you know the legal age of retirement. And then that varies with countries. Some country will be 50, some country will be 55. Also depends on your career. If you're a fireman, maybe earlier. And then for finance people, retirement age is expected to be 45 for currency. Trader or for investment banker, also 45. So why would you allow your retirement age to be determined by either legal or industry instead of determined by yourself? So I was very touched in your interview with the Kishimotos. And I remember very touched a few years ago, maybe 10 years ago, they were on stage publicly announcing to the world that they are not going to retire. They will be active, youthful, contributing, still working until 120 years old. Now that's exactly what we like to do. And it's not just a simple empty saying. We can do that together because of age-lock technology. And we are just, if you are so passionate about Boost now, so you can be 10 times more positive and passionate with even more offerings and invention by age-lock, because that is what the company promised us. So we are just seeing the tip of the iceberg. So imagine that for ordinary people like us, we are not super rich and then not super connected. And yet we don't need to go to Switzerland to have the special jab in $1 million. And then for like a price of cabbage, of sort of exaggeration, you can have some age-lock, anti-aging, wonderful offering to help everyone look and feel younger, youthful, energetic, and be useful to do whatever you like. So I thought that that is so good to look forward to.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, very good. Agree.
Thank you.
You agree, huh?
Yes, yes, yes. It is amazing.
Okay. Well, you want to add anything to that, Gary? I know as a if you were an investment banker, especially in foreign exchange, if you keep doing that, I don't think you would have that much black hair left, right? I mean, that kind of that work is, should I call exciting? It can change any minute.
It's exciting when you're young.
I know.
Work 20 hours a day. Yeah.
But that gets old pretty fast.
Oh, yeah. So, you know, for traders, it's only a matter of time when you see your health conditions deteriorate. Yeah. For me, for being a representative of a Hong Kong volleyball team during my university days, in my last few years of career as a trader, I actually was hospitalized 2 times with pneumonia.
Really?
Yeah, pneumonia meaning that your body just don't have the ability to recover by itself. It all started with a very simple or normal cold, which usually should end in a week's time, but
Right.
it just keep on dragging and dragging. So imagine if today I still have this pneumonia issue, and with this COVID-19, I'll be classified into the really high risk category.
Wow.
Mm.
Wow.
And then he was hospitalized on his birthday. And I remember bringing our young son to see him and begging the doctor to allow us to take him to a small, cozy French restaurant next to the private hospital in Tokyo. And then when we left, Gary cried, and my son asked me why Daddy cried. So I said maybe he was concerned and worried that he might not see you because pneumonia is one of the top 3 or top 4 killers, and he had 2 pneumonia in 18 months and in the middle of 30s. He was like mid-30 only.
Wow.
So that's the price to pay for very high earning job.
Well, like they say, you pay a price for everything. It's just how much, and is it worth it?
So I'm lucky to have, I'm very happy to have my husband back and even younger, better than 20 years ago.
That's very good, very good. I didn't know that. You know, you guys went through all this kind of experience. I guess most people look at you and say, "Oh, they're highly successful. What were they complaining about? What, you know, they make lots of money." But I guess there's more money, more to life than money. Definitely. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's the
your
health.
health, you know, does it count? Most people, when they're young, all they know is make money, 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 money. But
And value, and value of life, value of family, value.
Yeah. Where are your sons now? One is still in U.S.
One is in US, one is a lawyer in Hong Kong.
Ooh, lawyer.
What kind of law? What kind of law?
IPO. Helping companies.
Business then. Okay.
IPO.
Oh, that can get exciting too. That's very hard work too.
Yes.
But I don't know much about IPO law, but you know, I was a regular patent lawyer. So anyway, okay. You might have covered this already. What brought you much satisfaction now that you've been in New Skin for a while? You know, you guys have been highly successful in your previous career. Now you're highly successful in New Skin. So what did New Skin bring you that you find very valuable and satisfying?
For me, it will be freedom. Freedom to go anywhere we want at the time we want, and to be with family and the loved ones. Yeah. So now when we go anywhere or we make any choice or decision, we don't need to have anyone's approval. Yeah. As long as I got my boss approval, that's fine.
Yeah, that's true too. You guys used to live in Japan,
Yes.
right? And then you moved to
Singapore.
Singapore, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you moved back to Hong Kong.
Basically,
Right.
since marriage, we have moved 18 times.
Ha!
Every year or every 2 years. We love moving because we cannot stop and sit still in one place. We like changes.
Okay. Next move. Hawaii, US.
No, definitely not. No, definitely
No.
not.
You like Hong Kong better.
Yes, Hong Kong,
Yeah.
Asia.
Well, life in Asia is different from here. Here
I know,
is so
more
more
money.
exciting in Asia, I guess. You know, more hustle and bustle in Asia. Here, you know, you go outside. What do you see? Cars, no pedestrians, no people. Right? That's the first impression I got when I landed in San Francisco. Where are the people? Just cars running around. You know, where were the people? It got worse when I got into Tulsa. It was
Even less people.
even less people. Anyway, okay.
I have a question. So I know you guys are very good yoga enthusiasts. How did you get started? What made you want to do yoga, and how do you?
Good question.
Yeah.
Good question. Margaret, are you planning to do yoga? That's why you asked me?
Little
She
bit.
tried. Okay, she tried.
I recommend you highly. Okay, I think I started it also. And then I dragged Gary into it. It's like I started New Skin and I dragged Gary into it. So the reason why I began yoga, I'm so thankful to your question, is because I always felt I was still like an iron rod. And I told myself, I feel myself that there is no way that I could do yoga. That is only for people with spaghetti. looking like spaghetti or good dancer. Remember, I had no sports background, definitely not knowing how to dance. I basically did not know how to coordinate or move my body, that kind of bad. So still as a rod. And I have to be very thankful. I thank Bob's wife, Leah. Leah told me one time, you know what? It's exactly this reason that you should take up yoga. I said, huh? Never thought about it. Yes, because you're so bad, then yoga will at least neutralize you. There is some logic. So,
it's just like, when people say that why they shouldn't be, they can't do new skin, the answer would be, that's exactly why you should be looking into it.
because if you're already so good at it and doing something that makes you so comfortable, this is comfort zone. It's not that big challenge. You are just doing the pose even better, that's all. But for me, not bending, not knowing how to bend, can bend, now that is what I call breakthrough. And I love seeing myself break through, doing things that I normally could not perceive myself doing. And it gave me a thrill. It's like in the early days, people laughed at me, including my mom, doing new skin, saying that why should you be selling lotion and potion? And I said, I don't see any lotion and potion. I saw a $1 billion opportunity now, 3 billion or even $10 billion opportunity. That's how I see. So whatever you see, you view, that determines your action and your life, I think. So back to yoga, is because I don't want to be forever like an iron rod. I would like to be a half cooked spaghetti at least. So now I'm on my way to that. And I enjoy every little bit of breakthrough. And I would be very happy myself. I don't need to wait for other people to tell me that you're so good. I just tell myself, oh, I think I did a little bit more bending today. And that would be enough to make me happy. I'm very easy to happy.
Yeah, I still remember you guys have a family photo, right? All four of you in the.
I know. That was amazing.
I don't know what pose it's called. Yeah. On your hands, and you lift your body. You support everybody supported themselves with a handstand or whatever. I don't know the name for it, but that's very impressive.
For something that I like, I cannot see the reason why I cannot make my family member also liking it, because I would feel very lonely and alone to do something that I like myself. So since I adopted yoga, I told Gary, no way you're going to learn golf. You're going to do yoga with me. And then I tried every way to persuade my son to do yoga, including that, oh, yoga can help you play basketball better. So something like that. So I would find ways, like Margaret. Margaret is very resourceful. So I'm learning all this from her. So to be as resourceful and imaginative and creative and enrolling people, especially your loved ones, to do similar things so that you can enjoy the togetherness.
Uh-oh, I may be in trouble then. Thanks, Amy.
Well, he can't reach his
Welcome.
I need to be more flexible, yes.
Yeah, he needs to be able to bend over.
Yes.
Or get myself twisted into a pretzel, right?
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay. You have any words of wisdom for newcomers?
Well, I do have. I think new skin business is really a business of viewpoints. How you see the whole platform, how you see yourself. So if you come in thinking that you have already spent only a few $1,000s, and if you don't do it, if you give up, it's never mind. It's only a few $1,000 US or $10,000 US. Never mind. It's not that much. It's like buying an expensive dress. Then you give it all up, not knowing that, in fact, you give up the best opportunity of a lifetime. So I suggest the newcomers to consider new skin business as a few $1 million business. If you want to become a 20 million like yourself or COE4, then consider new skin entry as a ticket or an investment that you have already thrown in $20 million. If you have already put in so much money, like doing a big traditional business, would you easily give up? So
Yeah.
that is the kind of viewpoint that I would suggest newcomers to adopt. So don't look at those free online sign up and say, oh, it's free anyway. No, it's not free. You have already put in a few $1 million into it. So you better work your butts off. So that kind of viewpoint is what I would suggest to newcomers.
Gary?
Well, I think gratitude is important because like every time I think about or talk about new skin, I'll be like feeling lucky. It's like the attitude that, oh, lucky that like 20 years ago, I bumped into new skin and we make the choice to jump in. Yeah. Yep. And with this kind of gratitude mentality, great things will just happen.
Mm-hmm.
And then another words of wisdom is what I learned from Margaret, being consistent and persistent. Never give up, especially when you are set out to do something that you want. Always revisit your why and being consistent. You guys are very consistent and you are just stopped by the pandemic because you don't need to do it. Successful, very wealthy, and then all well loved by all people around the world. But you're consistent in visiting all the way from America to Asia, in all those long flights. Even if you travel on first class, but it's hard. I mean, even if you give me first class, I don't like long haul travel. So, but you guys, every quarter or every half a year, very predictable fashion to see us, have a chit chat with us, showing that you care. And then you have thousands of people. So that is consistency. So I really admire and respect people like that. So being consistent is very important. Your example showed the best teaching. And then much better than those people who talk about it, do it for a few months, and then, yeah, it's not for me, it's not my cup of tea. But you did not even put in enough work to see yourself round the corner. And wait, you see yourself round the corner, then you will never go back. So consistency and persistence, just do it.
And especially for newbies, you really have to pedal hard in the beginning stage to get the momentum so that the law of compounding is going to kick in. That's just like the COVID-19. If there's only going to be a new case every month, there won't be any impact.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is compounding. That is true. COVID-19, yeah.
And I remember one of the best teaching by Margaret, again, is the 4SW. I still teach my people. So 4SW, some will, some won't. So what? Someone is waiting.
Someone's waiting.
So that is 4SW. So
Yeah.
it shows the consistency and persistence as well as action. But all this will be nothing if you don't have a dream driving you. And where do you see yourself? Where would you like to go? Who would you like to become? So the past does not equal to future. So do you see yourself a future? Do you want to create yourself a future? Or are you quite settled in always going back to your past and say, I'm always like that? So do you want to be haunted by your past? Or do you want to be grateful to your past and do a completion and then move forward and creating a future you, your choice and your decision? I think that is very important for newcomers and for myself too.
Excellent, excellent.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's just like what Kishimoto said, you know, last week, you have to inspire yourself.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, just like you said, consistency. You have to have a dream and just do something to pursue them. Don't just sit there, have a dream. The problem with dreamer is they're fast asleep if they don't take any action. Okay.
Action with.
Yeah.
With your dream.
Yeah, what your dream is. Okay. So I guess that's all the questions we have. Well, anything else you want to mention?
Or anybody in the audience have any questions?
Yes. Should I stop the recording?
No.
No. Okay. All right. Any questions or what about chat?
So yeah, I know. I wanted to ask. So how old were you when you joined New Skin?
I'm now 60, just past 60. I'm just past 60 last week, 1 week ago.
Yeah, I know that.
I know it's your birthday, but I didn't know.
I didn't dare mention it.
Well, when people ask you when you want to join it, they want to know your age. And for New Skin, age is just a number. And we are so blessed with great products as well as the great opportunity to give us hope all the time. And for someone with hope, feeling hopeful all the time, we cannot grow old.
Very true. Very true.
Very true.
It's
Yeah.
not just the product. I have said, it's not just about using tons of beauty products or tons of supplements. Because if you feel death inside, if you feel you're nobody, if you feel you have nothing to work towards, you don't see your future, you are like a stone beauty. You're not smiling. You're not radiant. Yes, I know that the boost will help radiance, but then it will only help so much. So no need to be so envious. You just need to be around Margaret all the time. Then you'll be young forever.
Oh, they said why? I'm so young then?
Yes, it's the formula.
Yeah.
Let me say that
Oh
I am
my
the formula.
Yeah, you both of you. I said, oh my God, both of you don't look a day over. I said you 40, maybe 42 or something like that. I know it was your birthday. I'm thinking, my God, your birthday picture, you look like not even 40. You know that?
The biggest flattering comment that I received was 20 something. I got it from someone who is 1 year older and said, Amy, you look like 20 something. I said, great, I like that. And then that's what age lock is about.
Yeah.
And then wait until you get my 70th birthday, I will look younger than now. How about that?
Okay, deal.
Yes,
Yes, deal. Yeah,
yes, deal.
good, good.
Same for you guys.
Okay.
So imagine how wonderful it is to be on a platform whereby we encourage and motivate one another.
Mm-hmm.
Look at other kind of career or business. In pandemic like this, when positions are getting less and less, people step on each other's back because positions are not enough. You would always say bad things about others. But then New Skin is a growing opportunity. We always see good things in one another, especially among the New Skin leaders. And that's what I like to see, culture like this, enriching and uplifting culture. Living per our mission statement. We are living per our mission statement. It's not just a slogan.
And it's built into the system already.
Yeah.
Mm.
Wow.
Very good. Oh,
That's good.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. We have a good time here.
I
Have a good
know. I
time.
know.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you.
You guys lead the way. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for showing the way.
Thanks for showing the way. And please
Yeah.
continue to show the way. With Margaret around, I know she will.
You too. Okay. You too,
Yeah.
guys. All right. You
We
too.
have a deal, right, Margaret? Huh?
Yes, we have a
Yeah.
deal.
Yes.
7, yeah.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
Oh.
we're going to stop recording
We will
right
stop
now.
recording. Bing. Okay. This is